Hi everybody, and welcome to another Frozen review. And today I have another one of the limited edition Disney Designer dolls. And this is a couples set. This is the first couple set that I have owned so far. And it is of course Anna and Kristoff. And they're wearing a troll wedding outfit, which is what the trolls give them toward the end of the movie. And they also have their snow gear outfits on underneath. But this is a limited edition set of 6,000. This, of course, is an exclusive art, just like the Elsa and Han set, just for the series of dolls. Another thing I noticed right off the bat, too, when I got these, is the particular image that they chose here in the front is really pretty and everything. But for whatever reason, they didn't do the same thing with the Heroes and Villains set, where they separated the characters and each one got a special side of the cover. It's the same exact image on all three sides. And I thought that was kind of odd. I don't know if that's traditional with the couple set or not, if anybody else has any of the other couples from the previous sets or whatever that can tell me. But on the back they do the same exact thing where they explain how the dolls were created. This particular set, I don't know, I can't remember the Elsa and Han set, but this particular set has a really beautiful description at the very top of that particular scene in the movie and how they were designed, and I just thought it was really sweet. Also, they go into detail of how the costumes were designed, how they came up with this idea of featuring their troll wedding outfits. I thought that was really nice. Now, this is also a little different from the Elsa and Han set. That one has the image again here in the center, and then they kind of zoomed in on the outfits. And they didn't do that with this particular set, but I think the description that they came out with and the design of it was pretty nice. Now these, of course, are $130 each. And they do have the genuine, original, authentic Disney Store seal at the bottom, like the other ones do, to show that it is a true Disney Store item. The bottom of the trim does have the exact same pattern. It's the same leaf kind of design, very fancy. So none of these will have a different design. They all have the same design and little emblem here showing what dolls are inside. This is Anna and Kristoff, of course. And it's really pretty. But we'll take a look at how the dolls look inside the box. So, so here they are, and they look really awesome. Now I want to mention right off the bat, I don't know if it'll show on camera or not, but as I look at them versus the other two sets that I have, the plastic for this particular set is a little bit more cloudier. It's almost like a blue hue. I don't know if that happens sometimes or if anybody else has got that with this set or other sets. I don't know. But it looks a little bit more cloudier than my other two sets of dolls. But it's not a huge issue for me. I just kind of noticed it. Other than that, we'll take a closer look at the dolls themselves. Now, Anna here, of course, has her snow gear dress on and doesn't have her signature hat that she wears, but it does have the new crown the trolls have made for her, and it's really pretty. It does have a nice pattern on it. It's kind of like two different green tones, and it does have different gems on it. Now the gems are painted with various colors. It has pink and purple mixture, and then a blue and purple mixture, so they're kind of like a marble painting, which I think was kind of pretty. Her hair has the signature stripe through it. It's the blondish, whitish stripe that she gets from being struck by Elsa when she was little. Now the only thing I think they should have added a little bit was a little bit more of the blonde white in her hair, because at this point in the movie she does have her hair a little bit more colored in that way because she gets struck by Elsa again in the castle, and this is the whole reason why they go to the trolls in the first place. So I think that she could have used a little bit more, like more of the white in her hair to reflect that, but that's just me, personal opinion. Her face paint is really nice. Her sculpt is really nice. I think it's really close, if not the exact same sculpt as the classic doll from the Disney store. I'm not real sure about that without really comparing them, but I think it's a really nice sculpt, and she does have real eyelashes just like the other ones, which is nice. She does have the cape, the signature cape that the trolls give her. And the cape material is a little bit more of a minky and a velvet type material. The patterns that are kind of like a swirl design is made out of like a velvet, I think. And it does have little gems all around it. The gems are like a aqua color, and it does have little stones in 2 rows, and they're kind of a glued on gem. And then the acrylic gems that are like the pink that kind of hang down are actually sewn at the very top, so they kind of dangle, which is kind of cool. It kind of make it as close to the way they look in the movie, which I think was kind of nice. And the little tie is kind of like, I guess, like a fake leather it almost looks like. I'm not real sure, but that's what it kind of looks like to me in the box. And then of course her top is the black, and it's kind of like a velvet to me, and it does have the stitching on it, the embroidery, and all kinds of gems, which is really nice. And the bottom trim is like a gold, but it's not a painted on either. It's kind of like a sewn pattern, which is different from the classic dolls. Classic dolls have a painted silk screen like design. This one's actually a real stitching embroidery. The bottom of the dress is actually 2 layers. There's a blue separated from the purple, which is nice. I really like that touch. It gives the dress a little bit better design, makes it look more like something you could wear in the winter and actually stay warm, which is the basic idea with this particular dress. But it does have the embroidery for the flowers and all that design, and gems and all that fun stuff. And so they really took the time with this design. And then of course she has her gloves on to protect her fingers, and the material they use for that is really nice. It's really soft. And of course she does have her boots at the very bottom, and they are designed, they're kind of hard to see in the box, but they are there, and she does come with a stand underneath as well. Now Kristoff is a little different as well. He does have his rugged snow gear outfit on that he wears. He doesn't have his traditional hat, but that's because he has the troll hat here in the back that they give him in that scene. He can't wear it inside the box because the box is a lot smaller than it gives room for him to wear the crown, but that is the traditional size for these boxes. They can't be any bigger or any smaller or whatever, or they won't go together. So they put his hat back here, so in case you do debox these dolls, you can actually take that out and put that on his head. But he does have a nice face sculpt. The only thing that I have, I think would have been a little bit more, is on the box art. He does have like a smile, kind of like he's embarrassed kind of look. And they didn't reflect that on the doll himself, and I think it would have been a nice touch had they done that. He's kind of just got that kind of solemn, kind of half smiley type expression on his face that the normal classic doll has. But he does have a really nice paint job on his hair. It's kind of like a two-tone, almost like it's been painted on and then they kind of remove some of the paint to give it a couple different tones. It's kind of a shiny paint as well. But the rest of his face paint looks nice too. He does have freckles on his face just like Anna does, but Anna of course has a lot of freckles. His cape is just like Anna's. I think it's a little bit more thin and does have a higher up collar, and it does have all these little extra leaves, I guess I'll call them, because that's what they're trying to reflect, is the leaf pattern. And it goes all the way around, all the way in the back and the sides and everything. And then it has beading, and he does have the same design on his cape as Anna does with that velveteen swirl pattern. He does have his gloves on, and the gloves are really nice. They're a few different layers, so they're designed well. It does have like a knitting pattern here in the front, which kind of gives it a nice look. I did notice when I opened these though that his thumbs aren't actually in the gloves. They just kind of slipped his whole hand in the main part of the glove. So I don't know if his thumb can be put in a glove if you debox these and took them out or not. But I just thought it was kind of funny that his thumb of his gloves are just kind of hanging loose. And I do like the material. His costume is really, really soft and it's really, really nice. I liked all the designs that they chose for how they made the stitch pattern on his belt. It's really, really nice. And it does have a real type of kind of a fur all around the trim of the arms and at the very bottom. You can't really see his pants at all because he's so dark colored. It continues on with the same kind of material that his top has. And then of course his boots do have a nice paint job on them. It's not just gray or bluish, it's kind of 3 different tones. They did take time to paint them to make him look like he's been wearing them for a while, which is the idea, so they did a really good job with those as well. But that is how I think the dolls look, and I think overall it's a really nice set. On the back you do have the design of the art that's on the cover, and the COA is at the bottom here, the Certificate of Authenticity, and I have a really low number, which I was kind of surprised about that. It was 881, and that's pretty low for a release of 6,000. But that is the Anna and Kristoff troll set, and I'll get a nice close-up of these for you so you can see what I'm seeing and really get a nice look at their detail. Is the Anna and Kristoff designer couple set, and I hope you guys liked this review and you got to see them really, really well. If you're interested and have not yet, you can go back and look, and I also have both Elsa and Hans sets so you guys can see those reviews as well in case you're interested in those dolls. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up if you liked the review. And I do have the Frozen Fever dolls that I'm going to be reviewing as well very, very soon. So stay tuned for those. And see you guys next time. Alright, bye!